We want to put ourselves in those places. That's the only way the Triduum can make sense for us, that we realize that we are entering into the experience with Jesus Christ Himself. Hello, I am Father Ed Steiner, and I'm pastor and rector of our Cathedral of the Incarnation, the Mother Church of the Diocese of Nashville. We are now in the Triduum. The 3 special days of Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Holy Saturday, of course, followed by Easter itself. As we enter into these 3 days, we probably want to keep in mind a very special belief that existed at the time of Jesus. In a word, we call it mimesis, which means memory. They had a belief that when you told a story, as a listener, you become part of that story. So if you heard the story, and you will, of Holy Thursday, well, you legitimately become a participant in that story. You can say, I was there. So we begin on Holy Thursday night, and we will go with Jesus to that upper room. We stand around that altar, not just on Holy Thursday, but every Mass. But when we're telling the story, yeah, there were the 12 apostles there. Of course, Judas will have a little problem. But we are there as well every time we go to our altar, but in a very heightened way on Holy Thursday. But then after the Holy Thursday liturgy, we have a vigil. We remove the Blessed Sacrament. It's put in a special place, and many of you are asked at your parishes to stay around and keep vigil with the Blessed Sacrament. So we can say, we are in the garden with Jesus Christ. We are at that place when the soldier showed up to arrest him. We want to put ourselves in those places. That's the only way the Triduum can make sense for us, that we realize that we are entering into the experience with Jesus Christ Himself. We want to feel that presence, see that presence in our mind and our soul, so that we can experience what Jesus did for us. And then, of course, we do get to Good Friday. And as we hear the story, we want to hear those hammers driving those nails. But we also want to realize that, we're not just a watcher, we're not just a voyeur, we're in the story. And sometimes our spiritual challenge is to figure out, who am I in the story? Am I Peter that tries to defend Jesus? Am I Peter that ultimately denies Jesus? Am I Judas who thinks I know better than Jesus? Am I the Judas who thinks I know best? Am I the Judas that wants to manipulate even the church? Are those the things I want to do? Am I that person? Am I Pilate that condemned Jesus? Even though I know he's innocent, I still participate in his guilt. Is that who I am in this story? So as we go through that Good Friday, there's other characters we don't know by name, but somebody's swinging a hammer driving in those nails. We could be that person. It may sound strange, but we could be that person. We'd say, oh, I would never do that. But what's a sin? What's a sin other than swinging the hammer and hurting the person of Jesus Christ, hurting the body of Christ, the church, our friends, our relatives? Are we a person swinging that hammer? Or are we a person, and we will become a person that maybe our faith has not been that great. Maybe we're just showing up because somebody said we need to be there. Are we that person that at the end witnessed the death of Jesus and then suddenly get it? Suddenly say, indeed, this man was the Son of God. For us, this man is the Son of God. But in that day, the darkness of Good Friday, we turn no lights on in the church. The Blessed Sacrament has been removed from the church. It's a funny feeling to walk into a Catholic church without the Blessed Sacrament present. Well, welcome to Good Friday, a world without Jesus in it. But then, at the Easter Vigil, we finally light a new fire. We light and bless a candle, the light of Christ. And we've gone through Good Friday. We've sat with Jesus at that table. And we know how much Jesus wants to be with us and us with Him. Then we have those struggles of Good Friday. But now that we've lasted, now we get to see the payoff, the new light into the world. If we're going to be there for Easter, we've got to be there for Holy Thursday and Good Friday as well. So use your Triduum well. Enter into the story. Become a character in it, either as yourself or find somebody you identify with and learn from them. Have a blessed Easter Triduum.